welcome to my channel. Well, this is mainly just an excuse to throw a bunch of knives out there, but I was thinking about how our selection process, or at least my selection process in knives, quite often has to do with appearance or handle materials, and I'll get stuck on something, you know, like I'll be in the stag mode, and I'll get a bunch of different stag ones, and then I'll be in the olive wood, and then it'll be bone, and then it'll be burl wood, and it'll be stack leather, and bog oak, you know, and just sometimes it's appearance, you know, like, ooh, shiny. Now let me try something. I'm going to try to adjust the color of this. So next time I turn this on, I'm going to go in the pro settings of the video and see if it'll make any difference. Well, the pro is only for pictures, so I took a picture, but what I've done is I manually knocked the exposure down, but this camera will compensate for it. But if I knock the If I knock the exposure down and keep it like that, you see the glare off the bolster would fix it. But I put this on lock right now. That shows color a little bit better. But on the pro photograph that I took, I set the ISO, or the white balance, to 5500K, which was daylight. And it didn't have a flash on it. So when it took it, it looked kind of dark and didn't show the colors. The thing is, this comes closest to showing the colors. Now, it's just a standard, you know, canoe, really. All it is, this was a Queen City. All it is the covers are different. They'll charge more for this because sometimes the material is hard to get. But a lot of times, we're attracted to shiny things. You know, we think we've evolved a lot and everything because we've got bigger brains and all this other stuff. But deep down inside, we still have a common ancestor with the monkeys. And the monkeys like shiny things and stuff like that. And a lot of times that'll affect us. We're like, ooh, that's shiny, or that's pretty. You know, sometimes it's the way it feels in the hand. Like, see, this is a natural material, G10 micarta, but it's the comfort of it. It's the way it feels. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I got into the same kind of a kick with the color orange. I've always liked orange, you know, like, but they're kind of annoying too, like safety cones and all that. They're there just so you will notice them and everything. I never really looked at it as like, ooh, I really like that color. You know, like that. When they ask you, what's your favorite color? Most boys back in the day would say blue. Girls would say pink, you know. And a lot of that was not really what's your favorite color. Some of that was social stuff, you know, social pressuring, you know, to conform and be like everybody else, say the right answer. With orange, like these flashlights, now I've got, you know, enough flashlights, but all of a sudden the color orange, you know, is real appealing to me. I didn't have an i5R in orange, but I had an i5T, which was basically the same thing. What made me get it was, okay, the other was a slight improvement, but it's orange. So now I have a Perrin 2 Mini coming in that's orange, and a little Ace Beam AA pocket flashlight that's orange. Do I need more flashlights? No, but for some reason I got on that orange is great kick. I won't get off of it, you know, I still like them. I appreciate, you know, that it's like well machined. It's hard anodized, you know, it's like, it'll come off if it gets chipped and stuff, but I mean, it's fairly durable, kind of smooth where it's at. I don't know. there's something about it, and I think that's the way it is with getting knives. You know, you'll sit there and you'll say, wow, I really like the looks and feel of burl wood, you know. Oh my God, I've got to have more. I've got to get more. This one's okay, but I need more, you know, and there you go. Off on a tangent, you know. Olive wood or zebra wood or some kind of wood. White bone, you know, we'll get hooked on, we need this particular type. Doesn't matter. You know, if we've got 15 lockbacks exactly like this, man, if they come out with the color I like, or the pattern I like, or the combination of colors, bone and stone, you know, bone and stone and abalone, what you know. Yeah. Now, there's nothing wrong with something being fancy and still functional. It used to be back in the day, some people would consider this a term called gaudy, which is like, you know, it's all right with a little bit of lipstick, but when you get carried away with it, it starts looking like a clown after a while. You're like, hey, calm down, you know. That's supposed to be a highlight, not look like you got a black eye. But then again, that just breaks down to beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know, what you find beautiful, another person might find ugly or unattractive. Right, Peppy? Peppy finds everything attractive. Get up, Nigel. There's new... Every time... That's what cat... You know, cats sleep like 16 hours a day out of 24. So, for them to be awake for very long, there's got to be something exciting going on. This is your job. Anyway. Yeah. There you go. That's all I was just saying. Just a little short one on what influences your buying decision. A lot of times may have nothing to do with the type of steel it is in or everything. Does that shape appeal to you? And then if it's in your hand, does it feel good? And if it looks good and it feels good, then who cares what anybody else thinks? You know, you won on at least 2 counts, where a lot of times something will screw up. Now with natural materials, the good thing about that is if like you're collecting stag, each one is going to be an individual piece. It's going to, no matter, you know, somebody else's joker koala is not going to be exactly like this one, even though there's, you know, thousands, tens of thousands of them made. Each one is individual. Whereas these other ones can be like cookie cutter. That's what, like abalone or abalone. Each one's going to be different. Even though so you're almost getting the customization out of a knife that can make it, you know, unique and yours, as opposed to something that's like a cookie cutter, you know, just stamped out. Yours look like everyone else until you customize it or specialize it. See? This one's different from every other Lanny clip out there because it's Danny's Lanny. I don't know why it says Danny clip on it, but that was a prototype. So there you go. Yeah. It's just all how it looks to you. How does it look? How do you see things? And Peppy, you know, he sees the world through like rose-colored glasses. He's always got that excrement-eating grin on his face, and his eyes are wide open like he's really, you know... at one time I thought that was tattooed on his eyelids. You've seen that one where you can have your eyes closed, but it looks like your eyes are open. I thought that's what he was doing, but no, I don't, if he's got eyelids, they're the kind that go, you know, go like sideways, or I've never seen him blink. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Consider what your reasonings for purchasing things are, and if it needs to be checked, you know, like if you get on an genuine abalone kick, and you start finding out instead of paying $100 for a knife, you're paying $200 or $300 for a knife. Is it worth it? If it is to you, then it's worth it. You got what you wanted. You didn't have a canoe, and with this cover on it, and it's filled a niche, and you stopped. But then you found out, wow, they also make them on. I wonder how it would look on fixed blades. And then, oh no, you've gone down another rabbit hole, just like with the orange flashlights. I thought, if I'm going to go down a rabbit hole, I need a good flashlight. So that was my orange rabbit hole flashlight. At least I'm shining my way down, seeing what's here. Uh-oh, strobe warning. I should warn people about strobes, because I had a friend of mine when I was in Korea. He was in the military with me also. And I didn't find this out until later on. He told me about it, but he was epileptic. And so the flashing back then, this was the 70s, late 70s. So Korea, they still had disco lights and stuff in a lot of clubs. And he would go into a seizure if the club, dimmed the lights, started doing all this stuff and flashing. I thought, man, how'd you get in the military with that? Didn't they weed you out, because there's going to be flashing lights for emergencies. Anyway, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Well, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Oh, God, did you see that? Oh, did you see that, Peppy? Did you see that? Did you?